Oh, they're down the threes now.
All right, welcome to Maximum Speed Racing League race here tonight at Las Vegas. Running 100 laps, I believe it is 100 laps total. These guys out here doing a little pit party right now, getting some practice in and running some very good fast laps. The field is very tight. I was commenting on this a few minutes ago that how tight this field is time-wise. These guys turning some awesome laps. But I'd like to welcome my co-commentator and co-host in the booth, Ed Hewitt. And also we have a special guest with us tonight, Roger Wagner, joining us in the booth. Welcome, Roger. Good to have you with us, bro.
Well, thanks for having me, guys. I look forward to working with you guys, hopefully for a while to come here.
Deal. That's what we like to hear. One thing I've got to choose from all of them, I'm excited. Boy, I guess I don't. We got one volume here that's really, really loud. Okay, now we're good. Oh, brush spinning out across the grass. So, Ed, what are you expecting in this race tonight? Can you kind of give our viewers a heads up here and kind of fill them in on what you expect? Ed? Where did he go?
Alrighty, I don't hear Ed.
Well, anyhow, well, Roger, you've had a chance to get out here onto the track a little bit. How you feel the track's going to be tonight?
Well, early in the run, there's a lot of grip. Track's a little bumpy, especially in 1 and 2. It's real bumpy through 1 and 2. There's only a couple little bumps in 3 and 4. But as a run goes on, tires heat up. I think it's going to get a little greasy. I think you're going to see some guys start to slip and slide around. If they're trying to run door to door, it could get really exciting. We're going to see some really good behind the wheel skills. We're going to see some wheelmen run these trucks tonight.
Well, I think you're right. I've noticed that it doesn't seem to take very many laps, and you do start to feel a little bit of the tire wear, tire fall off, I should say. And I think, I just hope the guys take that into consideration when they're out here running these fast laps and in the pack. They do take that into consideration that you got to kind of feather the gas a little bit coming in and out of the turns.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think you're going to have to drive the car, or the truck in this case, with your hands and your feet the whole race, especially over the bumps. The guys, when the tires start to warm up a little bit, it kind of bounces around. You'll feel the back end start to slide around. If you watch the hands in the windows, you're going to see them sawing on the wheel a little bit to keep them going straight.
Oh, definitely, yes. That's we've a good many times have went in and watched. Like after an accident or something, we went in and watched how the guys were sawing on the wheels, just trying to avoid maybe a wreck or trying to save their truck from spinning or hitting another car or something. But that's definitely what we're going to see tonight. A lot of the sawing on the wheel, I believe.
And at the speeds that these guys are running, 31, 33, top of the board right now in practice. That's flying around here.
Yes,
and you really got to be a wheelman to hold on to that, especially when it gets a little greasy out here. And I'm watching these guys in this pit party, and they're trying to run side by side, and they're really working hard to do that.
That's for sure. They're, these guys are no stranger to these trucks and this track. I know since the last build, I don't know how much some of these guys have run on this track, but the build may have made it a little bit tighter on the long run. So that's something that, you know, between them and their pit crew, they're going to have to worry about when it comes pit time if they need to make any adjustments. There ain't too many they can make because it's a fixed setup, but you're definitely going to have to watch. And I think something that has come into play before I've seen this, if you're struggling with the tight condition, I've seen guys actually only take 2 tires and to kind of free the truck up a little bit, and it does work.
Yeah, that does. Usually it works in the short term, but in the long term it actually ends up making it a little tighter, I think.
Yeah.
With the new build, the way they've got the configuration on these trucks now, truck's a little bit looser, especially early in the run, but it snugs up real good through the middle, comes kind of neutral. And I think at the end, if you've abused your stuff, you're going to see a lot of push conditions, and you're going to see some push-loose conditions on exit. And we're going to have to see how these guys handle that. They're all real experienced drivers. I mean, I see a lot of these guys. I recognize these names from open servers, and these guys are pretty good at this. So I can't wait to see how they handle a long run. Hopefully we get a bunch of long runs in here tonight.
Yeah, I hope so too. That's one of the things that Ed and I talk about each week. You know, we hate to see cautions. Sometimes, you know, maybe it's a good thing maybe to catch somebody that's in the back that may be really fast, but maybe got caught up in a little altercation on the track and wound up in the back somewhere. And it does kind of afford them the chance to get back up there and run maybe in the front where, you know, they're capable of running. So, but we don't like to see a lot of caution. I'm kind of like a green flag pit stop type of guy. I like to see it because it's all about the driver and, you know, how good he can get in and off the pit road, hitting his pit stall, whether he decides 2 tires, 4 tires, full tank of gas or not. So it's all about the driver when it comes down to a green flag pit stop.
Exactly right. I think green flag pit stops can be a complete game changer. One tiny little mistake getting on or off the pit road, slide through your pit box, anything. One hesitation, you can lose several truck lengths out here, and that'd be the difference between finishing first or finishing 5th with a field like this. So, green flag pit stop, I'm a big fan of seeing guys in green flag pit stops.
Oh, definitely. Ed and I we eat them right up. We love them. And we try to, you know, if you can, maybe try to help out a little bit with the pit stops and let us know where, you know, who's pitting, and that way I can swing the camera right back there, excuse me, on the guy, and we'll try to cover the pit stops as best that we can.
Yeah, hopefully we get to see those under green, and I like to watch, especially if we get a caution or something happens and somebody gets out speeding on pit road or something to put them towards the back and they've been a fast truck, to try to watch them work their way through the field. And I'm definitely going to keep my eyes on the guys that go from the front to the back to see how long it takes them to get back to the front.
Yeah, probably just to kind of give you a little hint here on some of our drivers, we've got some of the guys that are really, really fast and up in the front, you know, pretty much every week. Sean Butler, one of our top runners right now. Newcomer Tommy Lee, very fast. He definitely shows some good, you know, good racing skills. Another one, William Kirk, very good out front. Trying to think here. Joshua Gaiman now, I've noticed he does have a little bit, he's really good on fresh tires, but he's not real good on a long run. Now, I'm not saying that in a derogatory way toward Josh at all. I'm just saying that in past races that I've experienced with you know, him on the track, he's really good on a short run, very fast. And I don't know if it's maybe he burns up his tires too quick or what, but then you'll see him start to fall off a little bit. So, but he's very fast, definitely one to kind of keep an eye on. Jeremy Patterson, one that you definitely want to, he's a sneaker. He saves his equipment all race long, and he will be there at the end as long as he doesn't get wrecked out. He's had some very good races in the past few weeks here. I believe he won last week, and just for the heck of it here, let's kind of go over the points real quick. I have them ready for us.
I actually was looking at those, and I was going to mention. You said Sean Butler, top of the heat.
Yep.
Got about an 18-point lead on everybody. 3 wins. Mr. Patterson, you were mentioning, 2 wins. He's second in the points. Mr. Lee is third. He's about 4 points behind Mr. Patterson. O'Brien fourth. Kurt fifth. These are the guys I've kind of been checking out in practice a little bit to see where they're at. Fast guys, you were mentioning Patterson likes to save his stuff. My kind of racer right there.
Yes.
It's not always the fastest guy that wins the race. It's the guy that's the most consistent, smartest guy who wins the race usually.
Yeah. Now, I have not seen Dustin Lee in there. Dustin Lee he didn't race last week, and I haven't seen them in here yet this week. So he definitely going backwards in the points, and I'm sure Kevin O'Brien is smiling to that because he would like to get up there, into that top 3, I'm sure. Kevin, not a great finisher, but he's had some decent finishes because he keeps out of trouble. And you were talking about consistency there, Roger. A very consistent driver. Hasn't had any wins, but he's there at the end, and that's what's important. He's our head admin in there, and a lot of times he does go a lap down because he's giving way-bys or whatever other admin duties he's doing, and that does kind of cause him to go toward the back of the field a lot of times. But when it all comes down to the end, he's usually there to boy, that was a bad one. He's usually there to get into maybe the top 10 finish, and that's what counts. And if he's there every week in that top 10, that's what adds up the points.
Yeah, those consistent finishes show at the end of the season when you start tallying up the points, and the guy that's the most consistent usually rises to the top or close to the top, and it's just a matter of time before somebody like that wins a race. You've absolutely got to finish a race to win it. Those are the guys you got to watch out for, the guys that consistently finish every week.
Yep. Hey, Rudy.
Yeah, Ed.
Do you get your cameras all set and all stuff?
Do what?
I said you get your cameras all set.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did anybody check out the film?
No, I don't know, Ed. If you would go check and make sure that it's the broadcast is okay.
Yep, I'm gonna check it out right now.
We're finishing up here at practice. We're gonna get ready to go qualifying. All right, so we'll pull up the qualifying time here and go back to. And we'll see how these guys qualify here. Again, like I said, Roger, I think we're going to see like your Sean Butler up front. Christopher Perryman's another good one that's really, really strong here. Kevin Schofield's a good one. So I think we're going to see like the top of the field here is going to be lined with those types of guys.
If we see any times like we saw in the practice sessions, these guys are blazing around here. They're not holding anything back, and we're going to see some really low numbers for qualifying. I'll be surprised to see what the pole speed is right now.
Yeah, they were probably a lot of them getting some draft, why their times were up there so good. But yeah, I'm kind of curious too to see what kind of qualifying speeds they're going to get.
Yeah, they won't be able to run those same kind of laps when we get into the race if they want to have a chance to stay up front and finish in the front. But to see these guys going out there hot lapping in practice and the qualifying times that I'm sure they're going to be putting up, it's going to be a little interesting.
I kind of expect to see a tight field like we did in practice there. That, you know, I don't expect the field's going to be spread out that much time-wise or mileage-wise, I should say. You know, I kind of expect a little bit of a tight field. We're going to have some in the back that are a little bit slower, but those are the guys that like to stay in the back. You know, your Chuck Scala, Steve Hurst, Kevin O'Brien. These guys like to stay in the back.
Holy crap, Rudy! We got Kevin Schofield up on the pole there, man. Wow, what a 31.357. Look at him go.
Yeah, great run.
So far, only 2 guys in the threes. I'm kind of surprised by that.
Yeah. But I think we've got a couple guys that haven't qualified yet. Sean Butler has not qualified yet.
Yep, I got Sean Butler with a 3.31.
Yeah, there you go. There's another
3.369.
I'm sorry, my bad.
Sorry, Rudy.
Well, 12 drivers and we're less than 0.7 of a second. That's actually still really close here.
Yeah. So Ed, I was talking to you earlier and you didn't answer, but what are you expecting out of this race tonight here at Las Vegas?
Well, I'm expecting it should be a clean race, Rudy. The track surface, I mean, you can get in these turns, no problem at all. I think, all in all, I think we're going to have a good race. I don't see many cautions. If there is going to be any cautions, it's going in at either turn maybe 2 or into turn 3. You got to, you know, how the, you know, back off that throttle a little bit, maybe a little brake. Don't run the guy over in front of you. That can happen here quickly at Las Vegas. Definitely. Now there is 2 lines here, Rudy. You can run 2 lines. That high line, I was checking it out, saw a little testing there. That high line really works well here at Las Vegas. If you can get your car hooked up here, your truck hooked up on that high side, away you go. Just like I said, don't get caught up in somebody else's mess. Try to stay away from that. And I think all in all, Rudy, I think we'll have a good race today.
Man, I hope so. We were talking about that, Roger and I, about you know, these guys out there running so well in practice. We've seen, you know, a few mistakes and stuff, but we were talking about the saving the tires and stuff like that's going to be a big thing here tonight.
Yeah, it sure is, Rudy. That's what we talk about week after week. Save your equipment. We'll talk about it all night long, all day long. It doesn't matter. If you burn it up, guess what? You're out of the race.
Tommy Lee laying down a 31.4 to put him into the 3rd spot, but I believe that was just his first. Oh, Dustin Lee did make it in.
There's your guy, Dustin Lee.
Yes, sir. All right, and he lays down a 31.4. So, wow, he must have just made it in by the skin of his teeth. All right, so qualifying time's over with Kevin Schofield on the point. So as everybody gets ready to grid up here, I'll let you guys, Ed, why don't you cover the first 10 and Roger can cover the rest of them.
You got it, Rudy. Here we go. I got first place there goes to Kevin Schofield, driving the number 20 truck. Second place goes to the 88, Sean Butler. The 3rd place goes to number 33, Thomas Lee. The 4th place, driving the 51, Dustin Lee. The 5th place goes to the number 38, Jeremy Patterson. The 6th place, the number 24, Thomas, what was that, Brendan? Brenner. Yeah, I always get that messed up. Sorry, Brendan. The 7th spot, the number 29, Christopher Perman. The 8th spot, the number 4, Timothy Lewis. The number 9 spot, the number 177, Joshua Gaiman. The number 10 spot goes to the number 69, Jerry Akey. Back to you, buddy.
Roger.
Starting 1162 truck of Michael D'Amico. On the outside of him, 12 spot number 9 of William Kirk. Starting the 13th will be Donald King. 14th will be Matt Breckel. 15th will be the number 1 truck of Everett D. Lane. Starting 16th will be the number 83 of Travis Townsend. I'm going to skip the 31 truck because he's not starting the race.
Right.
We know that. The 21 truck will be starting in 18th. That's Mike Ellis. Rudy Cummings will not be starting the race. Ed Hewitt will not be starting the race. And the 14 truck of Stephen Hirsch will take the 17th position. And moving up to the 20th position should be the 84 truck of Kevin O'Brien. And starting shotgun on the field in the 15 truck is Chuck Scala.
All right. All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. So everybody rolling off now. Let's see, we got to get some stuff pulled up here.
And I think we're going to be looking tonight for the guys that are going to be burning it up and going to the back, and the guys are going to be smart, saving a little bit and moving to the front. I think when the tires get greasy, when those two meet each other, that's going to be the interesting spot in the race. What do you think?
Yeah, I think so. I think so, Roger. Like I said, they gotta be easy going into turn 1 and coming out of turn, that turn 2 there. They're gonna be piled up there. So let's see if they get through those 2 turns. See what happens.
Yeah, I think turn 2 is going to be the trickiest spot on the track. You're going to see the death wiggle quite a bit right there. Just coming up out of that hole, that transition is really strange. Tires get a little warm, and I think it's just going to be a little sketchy for a little while. If the guys can't control the throttle, they're going to have a lot of problems right there.
Ed, the lights are off on the pace car. Get ready and count her down for us there, buddy.
You got that right, Reese. Pace car's in. Wait for the green. Green, green, green. Let's go boogie and let's go racing, guys.
All right, Kevin Schofield right out there on point. Sean Butler on the outside, but kind of getting freight trained a little bit on the inside as Tommy Lee takes in the second spot. Sean ducks down in the low line now.
Ooh, Thomas Lee looking on the inside, Rudy.
Yes, he is. And Tommy Lee going for the lead. Coming out of turn 4, he's got about a half a truck on Kevin Schofield. Does cross the line in first spot. So Tommy Lee leading our first lap here at Las Vegas.
Kevin's trying to get a run up on the high side. Looks like he's got it, Rudy.
Kevin going back into the lead. Wow. These guys really pushing the envelope here early on.
Just noticed, Rudy, that that high side. You see the run he got up on that high side.
Yes,
that's where you want that truck to be.
All right, Sean Butler now on the inside. Looks like he's coming up on the inside of Tommy Lee. Can't get the bite on that low line. Like you said, Ed, that high line definitely got a little bit more bite up there.
Sure it does, Rudy and Roger. I used to notice that when I was out there practicing, you guys. And so, boy, that high side really get a bite. Whoop. Oh, boy. The 88
Contact.
38, almost contact there.
That's a wreck off 3, guys.
Ooh, okay. Let's go back and catch it. Ooh, okay.
That's Michael D'Amico. He was on the outside. I was just watching him. He was on the outside coming through 3 and 4. And he got the 177 and 62. They touched Michael D'Amico and Joshua Gaiman, and D'Amico turned it around in front of another truck. I missed the number on that.
Okay, I'm here an instant replay, and we're going to slow this down as they're coming into turn 3. Looks like Gaiman comes up into D'Amico.
Yeah, that's what I saw too. Yep. No, I didn't. I thought it was the Joshua Gaiman there, Rudy. He come down.
Joshua Gaiman come up into Michael D'Amico, or, well, it was kind of like a racing incident. Both of them came together anyhow, coming out of 3. So, wow. So first
And
caution
that was
out.
the 69 truck that got collected in the back of that, Jared Akey.
Yeah, Jerry Erke always gets the end of the deal all the time. Every race we
does.
go, oh yeah, poor guy.
Yeah.
He was trying to miss it, and he got hit in the back end and shoved into that by the 23 of Donald King. It just were nothing he could do.
All right, so everybody up here. Kevin Schofield's still leading them around. Jeremy Patterson in the second spot. We got anybody coming down on pit road, Roger?
The 62 is in. Other than that, I don't really see anybody that was involved in the wreck on pit road. Maybe the 51. I see the 51 leaving pit road right now, Dustin Lee. He was running in the top 5 before he came in.
I'm seeing quite a few guys coming off of the pit road here. Sean Butler. Yeah, quite a few guys coming off of pit road. Thomas Brander was on pit road. So, yeah, not sure what's going on there. Sean may be having some issues. He's really going slow coming down the backstretch here. But I guess he's all right.
Yeah, Rudy, I was looking at the 17. He was coming. I didn't see him in part of the wreck, but he was smoking coming down pit road, and I was watching him go in. And the 23 was coming in right behind him, who had been in that and had the front end of his truck a little damage on that. And so I missed a couple of those guys coming in. But after reviewing that, yeah, you were right. 4 or 5 guys were in here.
Seeing Rush in the 19th spot, but I don't. He must be on pit road. The number 69, Jared Akey.
Yes, he is. He's just rolling away. It looks like they actually did a really good job working on that truck to get it squared back up.
Yeah, so him.
Hey guys, hit the cut in there, Rudy. Williams is going to be your lucky dog.
Cool. William Kirk. I don't see him on the track. Is he on the track? I don't see him.
Yes, he is. He's headed down the backstretch.
Okay, why am I? What's going
The
on?
number 9 Miller Lite Chevy.
Something happened to. Okay, so I'm showing him and he Rush the only one lap down.
Yes, Rudy.
So hopefully he can get back up there, and if there is another caution, maybe he can get back on the lead lap then. So, but right now we've got 18 trucks on the lead lap.
Oh, that was good coverage there, Roger, man. Awesome job there covering us what's going on the track. Because I'm trying to watch up towards the top end of this race, and that's good to have somebody look at the middle and towards the back always.
Thanks. I watched. There was a gaggle of trucks back there, about 6 trucks. They were 2 wide, 3, 4 deep, and it just looked like that was the place something was going to happen. I just happened to focus on that wreck right when it happened.
Yeah, that was awesome. Yeah, we can hook you up there, get you back there, and see where the wreck happens on the track. That's awesome.
So Kevin Schofield going to lead him around. Jeremy Patterson going to restart second. Travis Townsend in the 3rd spot. Timothy Lewis up to 4th. Timothy Lewis did not pit. The top 6 did not pit. So Joshua Gaiman going to be 6th. Tommy Lee in the 5th position. So yeah, we've got 6 guys out here that did not pit in the lead.
I think the best thing I see that came out of that is none of these guys are out of the race that were involved in that. We didn't lose any of the trucks. That's good. It's way too early for us to start losing trucks in this race.
Absolutely.
You got that right, Roger.
Sean Butler mired back into 16th place. Not sure what was going on with Sean. We have seen him have issues before, and wound up couldn't correct the issue and couldn't finish the race. So I hope that's not the case tonight. I hope everything's all right with him, and we'll find out here in a little bit. Though I think next caution maybe we'll get down there and interview one of the drivers and see how everything's going. All right, Ed, Kevin leading them around here. Get ready to call it down, buddy.
You got it, Rudy. I'm just waiting for my pace car. The pace car is in. Green, green, green. Boogie, boogie, guys. Let's go racing.
Travis Townsend could not have got that truck any closer to the back bumper of Kevin Schofield on that restart. He was actually kind of pushing him. Travis now looking to the inside of Kevin, wanting that lead.
He looks like he might have it. Unless you can get a jump on that high side, somebody go with Kevin there.
Travis, one of our newest drivers, and I'm telling you what, that guy can drive a car or a truck, doesn't matter. Tommy Lee coming right along with him. Hasn't quite cleared Kevin Schofield yet. They come down the front stretch and across the line. Tommy Lee moving into the second spot.
You were talking about Sean Butler before that restart right there. He restarted 16th, and when we timed that lap right there, he was all the way up to 12th, and he's just passing people left and right. He's making a move on the outside right now for 10th place.
We've got a couple off of the track back there. What happened, guys? We've got looks like Timothy Lewis. All right, let's go back here and take a look at Timothy Lewis.
Yep, Timothy Lewis, and I can't make out that the Christopher Perryman got together coming off of 2 right at that spot where everybody gets a little loose. It just looked like they ran out of room and kind of touched each other. And when you touch right there on that exit, somebody's going around, you can't help it.
Yeah, it looks like Christopher Perryman may have just drove it in there just a little bit too hard and tapped the back end of Timothy Lewis.
Yeah, it looks like he did a really good job on the crossover until the very exit, and he pushed out just a little, couldn't keep it on that very bottom line, and Lewis was already there, and they just touched. Both of them hit the inside wall.
That's too bad for these guys, man. These guys are putting their heart and soul into these races, and you know, for that to happen, I feel bad for them. Here we are, lap 10, and already on second caution. You know, that's kind of uncharacteristic of these guys. I'm seeing some guys come down on pit road now. Steve Hurst down on pit road. Don King down on pit road. It looks like everybody else staying out, though.
Yeah, I just look at that replay. It looks like Christopher Perryman really drove the turn in a little too hard there and slid up into the number 4 truck.
Yeah.
Timothy Lewis. That's too bad, man. Hope to get their pit crew to fix those trucks up and get them back out there.
Travis Townsend leading here on starting of lap 11. And he already has led 3 laps, so this is good for Travis. Travis ran in our nationwide race last week. I believe was his first race with us, and just dominated that race. So definitely Travis is a good driver, and I hope to see some of the other guys kind of follow suit here, and maybe we'll see Travis in victory lane again.
Pit road seems to be clear, Rudy. The only truck I don't see he's on pit road now they towed it in is going to be Christopher Perryman's truck. Looks like they're going to get him fixed up, and he's probably going to get back out there. He's going to at least be 1 lap, maybe 2 laps down.
Cool. And I see looks like Jared Akey Rush could be our way by. And that would put him back on the tail end of the lead lap. So, but these guys will get it figured out here. Let's go down. I'll tell you what, I'm going to go down here and get a word in with, I'd like to get a word in with Sean Butler. Get these guys to quit talking for a minute.
That's a good idea, because he went from 16th to 8th in like 4 laps. He's cruising.
Rush it.
If I can get them to quit talking for a minute.
Come in. Gotta get around this. Well, if you want to...
They won't quit talking.
Anyway.
Sean Butler, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
I got you, Rudy.
Yeah, Sean, we've seen you have a little issue there at the beginning of the race. Is everything okay?
Yeah, just a mental mistake on my part. And I didn't think I would get over 45 starting out there so close to in the pit road. And it bit me, so, oh well. I'm back here and I made up a bunch of spots on that couple laps and just hoping I can make up some margin back up to the front and race these dash.
All right, Sean, well, good luck out there, and hope to see you in Victory Lane. All right, so there you have it. He messed up on pit road, guys, and it cost him. He had to do a stop and go for a penalty, so...
Now, we talked about that before the race, the guys that make the mistake on pit road and how much fun it's going to be to watch them come back through the field. And keep an eye on that 88 truck because he is moving to the front.
He sure is. He made up a ton of positions. So, all right, the lights are off on the pace car here. Everybody getting doubled back up. Travis Townsend on the top spot there on the outside. We got Kevin Schofield. Tommy Lee in third. Or, I'm sorry, Tommy Lee in... That's messed up. That's messed up. Supposed to be Jeremy Patterson in third, but it must be iRacing showing him a little different. Thomas Brandner now up to the sixth spot. Joshua Gaiman's. I got this all messed up here. I don't know what the deal is with this. It's got it all messed up, guys.
Are you showing Kevin Schofield in second, Rudy?
Yeah.
And Thomas Lee's in third. Jeremy Patterson in fourth.
Yeah, no, it's backwards, but that's all right. It'll get straightened out here once they go across the line.
10-4.
All right, Ed, call it down.
Here we go. Pace car's in. Green, green, green. Let's go boogieing, guys. Let's go racing.
Travis dropping it well below that white line. Trying to break that draft to Tommy Lee any way he can do it. Doesn't want Tommy right on his bumper. Tommy pretty strong. And moving into the picture now, Thomas Brandner on the inside of Kevin Schofield. So where did he come from? Man, he just motored through the field.
Wreck off turn 4. Wreck off turn 4, guys. I've got, I think I have the number 21 truck and the number 14 truck, is that right? Got together, or 51 truck, got together off turn 4. It was going to go 3 wide. Butler was making a move, and I think the 21 truck, he just moved up a little, give Butler room. He didn't know the 51 was there.
Yeah, as we're watching now in slow-mo, looked like the 51 had a pretty good run there. Coming into 3, and yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, Mike Ellis just kind of, you're right, he didn't know he was there and kind of just drifted up the hill a little bit into him. So, well, that's too bad for these guys. Wow. Really not running as clean as I thought they would, Ed. I really kind of expected a much cleaner race tonight.
Yeah, I was expecting that too. I don't know what's going on. I know Josh was pushing, the 88 was pushing him real hard there, so I don't know what happened, why he was pushing so hard right there.
Mike Ellis coming down on pit road now in the 21 truck, stopping in his pit stall. Sure, that's probably going to use a reset, his only reset, because of that contact with Dustin Lee. Let's go see Dustin Lee now coming down on pit road with all that damage. He never even stopped in his pit stall. He just went through.
He's got a bunch of damage on the right rear. It's really going to affect downforce on that corner of that truck. He's probably afraid to use that reset this early. He probably wants to save it a little while till this cleans up a little bit. I don't blame him a bit.
Me neither. You only got one reset, and you got to make it count. That's putting him back to the 13th position I'm showing him in.
I did notice that Christopher Perriman had rejoined the field. He should be your wave around. He was 2 laps down after that last caution when he rejoined the back of the field.
We've got one on pit road, Michael D'Amico on pit road now. But you know, I'm still seeing a lot of trucks out front here that have not pitted. Travis Townsend, Tommy Lee, Kevin Schofield, Jeremy Patterson, Joshua Gaiman, none of them have pitted yet in this race.
And I believe that the 62 of D'Amico had already used his reset, so he's just going to have to sit there and get that truck fixed. This is going to hurt.
Yes, it is. Kevin O'Brien coming down pit road now.
Now, Dustin Lee is going in the pit. Did he get that? He looks like it's still got damage there. Did he already get damage once somewhere?
No, I don't believe so. I don't think this is the first time he's been involved. So if he uses reset now, he's got a lot of race to go without a reset.
10-4 already.
You know, and that's what Roger was saying about, you know, he may be just afraid to stop and use that reset.
Okay, I see him in the pit road there and don't look like he fixed any damage, so I don't know what's going on. The reset didn't work for him. He already had to reset that, you know what I mean? So I don't know what's going on.
I think he just come down pit road to make sure that he's like in the back of the field.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Rudy, because he drove all the way past all the pit stalls, then pulled to the inside and stopped.
Yeah.
And the first time he just drove all the way through pit road. He didn't even bother to stop in his pits. So I think he's trying. He knows he's got damage. He doesn't know what the truck's going to do. I think he wants to get to the back, feel it out, and then he'll decide if he needs to get it fixed on the next caution or whenever he can after that.
Yeah, because he's only had one pit stop. And, you know, we've got guys out here that have had 5 pit stops. Christopher Perryman and Michael D'Amico have used 5 pit stops. So trying to get Jared Akey's been in 4 times. Steve Hurst 3 times. So we've got some guys that have used some, you know, pretty much about like what you said, Ed. You know, anytime that you can stop and get fresh tires, you're doing it.
That's all I tell you, man. Get your fresh tire, fill that truck up full of Sunoco fuel, man, and be on your way.
And you were saying that the 14 had 4 pit stops, and he still has damage on the left rear corner of that truck.
Yeah, he's had 3 pit stops. Yep.
I'm sorry, I thought you said 4.
Yeah, no, there's Jared Akey had 4.
I'm continuing up through this field, and the right rear corner of the one truck of Everett Lane has some damage on it.
So we've got some injured trucks out there tonight, but a lot of them out here in the front have managed to stay clear of all that stuff and kept their trucks intact. So hopefully this is going to pay off for them.
The 62 truck's rolling off pit road. They got the back pretty good. The front, the fenders are still a little wrinkled in the centers, but I think this truck's probably going to drive okay. It's going to be a little tight for him.
All right, Ed, get ready to call her down, buddy.
Okay, buddy. Pace cars in. Green, 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 green. Let's go booting, guys. Let's go racing this time.
A lot of these guys are really tight coming off that restart. Joshua Gaiman had a little bit of a gap between him and Thomas Brandner, and that's kind of letting that whole inside line get by him. Sean Butler moving up through the field. No big surprise there. Tommy Lee drifts it way up the line, but manages to hold it down to stay in that second spot. And now he's right on the bumper of Travis Townsend. Good job. Thomas Brander in third, but Kevin Schofield on the inside of him got to back out a little bit. He was going to drift up the hill into Thomas Brander. Joshua Gaiman still on that high side. Getting some pretty good bite up there.
D'Amico hits. D'Amico, sorry to interrupt you. D'Amico hit the bottom apron down there in the turn 4 there.
It looks like he's headed for pit road, eh?
Jeremy Patterson in the 6th spot here. Sean Butler right behind him. Sean not sure what he's planning on doing here, whether he's going to try to ride it out on that low side or wait for Jeremy to maybe drift up the hill a little bit and stick that nose under him, or whether he's going to maybe try to get a bite on that high side. But William Kirk now.
I think Rudy, sorry Rudy, I think he was looking at, there's 2 wide in front of him, and neither he nor the truck in front of him can go anywhere, so I think they were just trying to pace that out and wait a second.
Yeah, as they're now looking here at, whoa, man. Kevin Schofield just slides it right up in front of Sean.
Got pretty wide there for a minute, Rudy, it did.
Yeah.
It fanned it out.
William Kirk right behind Jeremy Patterson now. And Rush into the picture. Rush up to the 9th position. Man, did he come on strong. Jeremy ducking to the, Sean Butler now ducking to the inside of Kevin Schofield. And he is going to take over that position and now trying to get a run here to go by Joshua Gaiman on the inside. So Sean is on the move. As he moves clear up to 5th position. Now I think we're starting to see some patience out here, guys. They've seen how the guys are sliding a little bit in the back, and they're saying, you know, I don't want to use my reset too early in the race, as now we're only a quarter of a way through the race. This 100 laps here at Las Vegas.
Careful here, man. Ooh.
And I'll tell you what else I think we're seeing. Some of these guys are out there on their original tires still. You're starting to see them fade back 6th, 7th, 8th place. And guys that have a little fresher tires are going by them. It's a slow process, but it's working out.
Yeah, it sure is, Roger. I was watching the 177 of Joshua Gaiman there. He come up and hit that wall, slapped the wall a little bit. I don't know if he's on older tires or is he on new tires. I don't know who pitted and who didn't.
If I remember, he pitted on the 2nd or 3rd of the cautions, and he's been out since. He's advanced his position quite a bit, but he is extremely good at holding that outside line. He's getting a great run at the exit of both corners, and that's how he's able to hold off some of these guys on pressure tires that were right behind him.
Tommy Lee now looking to the inside of Travis Townsend for the lead. Tommy wanting to get back up there and lead a lap. Not going to do it just quite yet. He caught the apron coming off of turn 4 there, the entrance to pit road, and I think he lost just a little bit of momentum and wound up not being able to pass Travis. So good battle going on up here in the front. Thomas Brander wanting to get involved in this, wanting to get up there and lead a lap. They do get points for leading a lap. You get points for leading the most laps. Kevin Schofield did get a point for starting on the pole.
Oh, look where that 88 is. Sean Butler, man. He's leeching in there, the 4th spot. There he is.
Yeah, he's wanting to get back up there now. He's got everything straightened around that he was having issues with, and hopefully he can get back up there in the hunt here for the lead. Well,
we're talking about Thomas Brendan, Boy, he got loose coming up off that turn, boy. That's why Sean Butler got up on back of his bumper.
Yep, and now Sean going to take over that position from Thomas. So Sean moving into the third spot. Not far behind him, though. Jeremy getting tapped.
We got it. Yep.
30.
Didn't see exactly what happened. I don't want to go back and watch that, but
I'm already on it, guys.
okay.
Go get him. Go get him, Raj.
And 21 had a real good run coming off the outside of turn 2 back there, and the 38 was in the middle lane. 21 tried to go ahead and go to the outside. 38 never knew he was there, cut back across his nose, ended up getting into the outside wall. And he's on pit road smoking, and the 62 has spun and come across the grass onto the pit road on the front stretch as well.
Oh, brother.
And he's got a lot of damage on the nose of that truck, and I'm sure he's real pushed loose on the exits. He lost at the exit of 4.
All right, thank you very much, Roger. So Kevin Schofield does manage to stay up in the 5th spot. Now going back here to 6th. William Kirk looking on the inside of Joshua Gaiman, and that is for position. Right behind them is Rush and Mike Ellis. All them guys wanting to get up here in the hunt. Rush having a pretty good day out here, Ed. Looks like he's got things fixed up and is marching up through the field.
He sure is, man. He's right on William D. Kirk's truck right now in the back of his bumper.
I know Rush said he loves this track, so he's definitely hooked up here today.
Boy, look at him. He crawled up back of that bumper of his.
Running in the 7th position, so great job out here by these guys battling so hard. Getting back up here to the front now, Tommy Lee's still hanging on to the back bumper of Travis Townsend. Now those two run a lot together, I know, and they know how each other race. And like I said before, when they ran in the nationwide race, they raced hard around each other a lot. So they know how to race each other pretty good. And it looks like they're having a ball out there too, racing each other.
Well, they better keep an eye on the mirror, because the 88 is inching his way up there. He is a man on a mission since he got that speeding penalty on pit road.
He sure is. 3/4 of a second behind the leader, but he loses a little bit and then he gains a little bit.
I was Lee trying to look on the inside, but that strong side up on that high side really works well.
Yes, it does. And Tommy Lee looked like he was poked his nose in there on Travis, but couldn't complete the pass again. And Travis is not doing any blocking. He's just running his line. And these two really having a blast. All right, somebody I haven't really talked too much about. I want to go back and see Christopher Perryman here. And looks like, see, I'm not finding him.
He's running the 17th spot, Rudy.
Yeah, I'm not getting these guys for some reason. I don't understand what's going on here. But Steve
He's
Hurst,
still a lap down,
Yeah.
Rudy.
Okay.
He got a lap back on that last caution. He's still lap down. He's running back there in 17th, kind of all by himself. He's just logging laps, it looks like, waiting for another caution so he can get back on the lead lap and start battling some guys.
Yeah, Christopher, really good racer too, and I'm kind of a little disappointed that he got caught up in that mess and is a lap down, because he's a really good racer.
I tell you, there's a race I've been watching for about 3 or 4 laps now. The 21 of Mike Ellis and the 177 of Joshua Gaiman are just going right back and forth at each other, lap after lap, inside, outside. One will pass the other, and then the other guy will get it right back the next corner. They're racing pretty good for 8th and 9th place right here before the halfway point.
Yeah, Mike is he's another sleeper too. He likes to, he'll be there toward the end. He wound up finishing, I believe, in the 3rd spot last week, and had a great run. And I think it kind of surprised him that he finished that well, because he said he didn't think he had a top 5 truck. So yeah, them two are really having a good time out there racing each other.
You got to move up here between, let's see, William Kirk and I believe that's Kevin Schofield.
Yes, sir.
Racing there for the 5th position. William had position on him in 1 and 2, but he was on the bottom. He just couldn't get the throttle back down, and Kevin was able to hold him off.
William trying to get a run on him coming down the front stretch again. Let's see what he can do to him going into turn 1. Kevin's on that high side, though, where there's good bite up there. And it looks like William might have about a half a truck on him this time, but boy, Kevin comes back on that high side, getting a lot of bite coming off the tube.
And you got to be even door to door, basically, when you exit the corner if you're the guy on the inside, so you can have that chance to finish the pass going down the next corner. Kind of have to slide job the guy a little bit. He just isn't able to get there. I think what you're seeing is that Kevin's tires are really old. He's had them since the start of the race. And William had pitted, I can't remember if it was a 2nd or 3rd caution, and it was just a matter of time, and he's completed that pass at 1 and 2 now.
I think you're right, yeah, because Rush gets by him also. So, yeah, he definitely starting to feel that fall off of the tires, Kevin Schofield is. Because he has not pitted yet in this race, already 40 laps into it. Some of these guys up in the front, I think, want to do this on a one pit stop.
Well, here's the thing, Rudy. William asked Kevin, he said, listen, I'm a little faster than you are, man. He goes, you're holding me up kind of a little bit. Can you just let me by here, man? You're burning my tires up by we're sitting back. He said, yeah, I'll let you have it.
Rush got a nose up under William Kirk there for just a minute, but couldn't complete the pass. So them two battling it out pretty hard. Been battling for, gosh, about 15 laps now. They've been battling pretty hard, them two. So William Kirk into the 5th spot, Rush into 6th. So Rush having a good day. Thomas Brander in 4th, about 2.2 seconds behind our leader. And Sean Butler about 1.1 behind our leader. Still working on trying to reel them two in.
Yeah, Rudy, he's lost some ground, and maybe he's just pacing himself, trying to save it a little. Knows everybody's got to make another pit stop. But he was up there inside 3/4 of a second. Now he's back to around a second. These two up front look like they're just pacing each other, waiting to the end to race one another. And you know everybody's going to pit, and they're going to settle it after that, I think.
So riding on here with Thomas Lee roof cam, and watching right ahead of him is Travis Townsend. Tries to distance himself a little bit. Tommy got a little bit loose coming out of the turn. But those two really having a good race up here, and I just hope they continue. Won't be long here, guys, and we're going to be coming up on halfway. Not sure what pit strategies are by these guys up front here. They've been running the whole race on the same set of tires, so I'm sure they would definitely welcome some fresh tires. Travis Townsend hits the wall hard coming out of turn 4, and that put Tommy Lee right on his back bumper.
Oh, it sure will. You were talking about, tire wear and all that, Rudy, and these guys know how to save their equipment, though. I mean, you can go a long ways if you don't burn these tires up and just drive and not, race each other. I mean, you're way out that, you're almost, almost 2 seconds to find the third racer there back there, Rudy. So why even race hard, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, boy, I'll tell you what, Tommy Lee is right on his bumper, really forcing Travis's hand, but it doesn't seem like the intimidation is affecting Travis at all. He's just running a good smooth line.
Right, it won't, Rudy. What's happening is once he gets on the back bumper, he gets him loose there, that spoiler, get that little air off the back of that spoiler, and it gets him out of shape.
So what happened to Mike Ellis there, Roger? He's falling clear back to the 10th spot now.
I think they've battled so hard. There's no contact, there's no damage on the trucks, but I think they battled so hard, and he was on the outside for so long. I think he really hurt his tires, and I think he's just kind of paying the price for that now, racing that hard for 8th and 9th spot, and he's just having to fall back and wait for the pit stops to get new skin, and then he'll probably move his way back towards the front.
I just seen Thomas Brander got really loose going into 1, and that's going to cost him a couple of positions. So these guys really struggling with some loose conditions out here on these trucks with these tires, falling off so bad. Now, Thomas did have 1 pit stop. That was quite a while ago, so he'd been driving the wheels off that thing and burning them tires up.
Ed, what do you think it is? About 52, 55 laps, and we need to see these guys on pit road here?
Yeah, I'm expecting about that. Yeah, get some fresh tires and get some new fuel on those trucks there. And yeah, I think that'll be right, Roger.
Well, I don't know about you, but I don't think I'd be real happy with 50-lap old tires here at this pace.
Either. It's just tough here. It really is. Las Vegas, it loves tires. It's like Phoenix, Bristol. The banking, I think it's more in the bank of the truck. Whoa, Rush just spun that truck up on the wall, spun it down in the inside.
That was Rush, wasn't it?
It sure was. Boy, he took a hard hit, yellows out.
Oh my, did he ever. All right, let's go back here.
It looks like he got real tight on the exit of 2 right there over that hump. And when he hit the wall, he had a bunch of wheel in it, and she just took off to the left. The guys behind him did a good job missing him because they were right on top of him.
I hit replay and it's what did he do, leave or something? I mean, what the heck's going on with my stuff here today? I completely lost him.
Well, he don't have a square corner on that truck anymore.
No, he sure doesn't, Roger. I think it's all bent up. Looks like he's rolling into the pits here. Nope, not this time by.
We do have several coming in. All the leaders are coming down pit road.
As they do come down on pit road here, and let's see what kind of pit stalls the Travis Townsend here comes into his pit stall. Right side's going on. And a 4-tire change for him and a full tank of fuel, so it looks like he's going to be set for the end of the race. If he can just win this race off of pit road, but it doesn't.
And he did not win the race off of pit road.
Tommy Lee beat him off of pit road.
By a fender.
Wow. So, oh man, I don't know why this thing is doing this. I can't figure out why this is doing this. I'm clicking on the driver's name and it's not going to him. Alright, so getting back up here, looks like Travis Townsend. No, you're right. He's got a couple up front that have not pitted. I'm showing Everett Lane in the lead.
He's pitting this time, Rudy.
He's pitting? Okay. All right, Everett Lane coming down. And, he didn't even stay out long enough to lead a lap, doggone it. That could have gained him a point.
Sure could have.
But, you got to go in when you got to go in, or you're gonna get stuck out there and, you're not going to be able to pit. And I'm sure that's not what he wanted. He wanted to at least get some fresh rubber on that truck.
Hey, Rudy, the 29 car was your wave around car. That's going to put Christopher Perryman back on the lead lap now.
Very good. Now I'm showing Steve Hurst in the lead. Nah, it can't be right. That is right, though.
It sure is, Rudy. The truck a little. We were into that truck a little smacked up a little bit there too, with some damage.
He did not hit.
Well, he's led a lap, so he's got that valuable point, and I know how that's what he usually tries to do, is he tries to get, that valuable point, and it does mean a lot. So he's going to restart from there, but I look for him to kind of get the heck out of the way and let these faster trucks behind him go by. Tommy Lee, Travis Townsend, Thomas Brander, Sean Butler, these guys all going to be way faster than him.
Well, you would think he'd probably have pit and go ahead and take the EOL penalty from race control and get some rubber on that truck. I mean, they've been out there a while.
Well, we've got a few viewers here in Twitch chat. Welcome, you guys. Hope you're enjoying the show. These guys putting on a heck of a good race out here. Thanks for joining us here at Maximum Speed Racing.
Sure, love the viewers.
All right, so Steve Hurst going to lead him around, Ed. We've got a couple cars that did get the wave by. I believe, was it Christopher Perryman and Jeremy Patterson got the wave by?
It was Jeremy Patterson and Matt Breckel that took the wave around. Okay. Christopher Perryman was our Lucky Dog truck before that.
Okay.
This restart is going to be interesting, guys, with that old tire truck out front.
Yeah, I see. I kind of look for him after they come out of turn 2, he's going to probably stay low and let them all go by. Hopefully he's in communication with these guys and let them know that's his intentions, not going to be out there to try to race with these faster trucks. Because I know Steve Hurst is, nothing against him, but him out there on old tires and these fast guys out here on new tires, that's not going to be good. Not a good combination.
Could get exciting.
So Steve going to lead him down. Ed, get ready to call this down, buddy.
I sure am, Rudy. Pace cars in. Green. Let's go boogieing, guys. Let's go racing.
Oh, and Steve asleep at the wheel and didn't get a good restart on that. Going to hold up Travis Townsend. Travis going to
go by.
Yep, he's going to stay low and let everybody go by on the high side. Oh, as they go 3 wide and Dustin
51 got loose there, guys.
He got a piece of that, but it looks like he's going to save it.
That was a great save right there. That could have been real bad.
Yes, it could have. That cost Dustin a lot of positions. Back up here in the front, Thomas Brander in second as Tommy Lee back out in the lead. And Tommy probably got a smile from ear to ear on that one. We've got a bunch of them. Boy, I'll tell you, they were all separating right there. Thomas Brander and Travis Townsend, William Kirk, Joshua Gaiman, they all separated right there. Heck of a race going on back here. William Kirk right in the middle of all that.
Boy, they're doing some hard racing right here in the front here, Rudy.
Yes, they are. Joshua Gaiman going way back. Not sure exactly what happened there, but definitely off the pace a little bit.
What happened there, Rudy? Let me back you up there for a minute. He hit the wall a little bit and straightened it a little bit. Now he had to back up.
Oh, okay. Travis,
I was just getting ready to say that, Ed. It looked like he drove in way too deep into one. It drifted up the hill, and when he got into the very top of the track, it just sucked him right into the wall. There's nothing he could do. He had to let those guys go.
I saw that. You're right there.
Tommy Lee drifts way up the hill, and Travis Townsend's got a nose in under Tommy Lee. Tommy Lee can hold on to that high side, knowing there's good grip up there, but boy, he got loose going into the turn. Oh, man, and that's going to afford Travis to get back out there in the front. These
It
five.
sure is, boy.
Oh man, these five are really battling hard here.
He's got a good truck, and he put that thing in the front, and he'll keep it up in the front.
Thomas Brander now hanging on to the back bumper of Tommy Lee. Oh, cuts it down.
24 comes down and cuts him right off there in the front nose.
Sorry
It's
about
getting a
that,
little
William.
dicey at the front, guys.
They're acting like they're racing on the last lap here. They got lots of racing to go here, guys. We still got 41 laps to go. And Travis loving every second of this because the more they battle behind him, the further he's going to start stretching that lead out.
What would Sean Butler give if that 33 truck would just clear and give him that outside lane? Because he is all over his bumper right now.
I see that. Eventually, he's going to make him loose, though, and that could be bad. But you notice right now, he's giving him a push down that front stretch. Look at them. He was drafting him. Nice. Now, if there's anybody I'd want doing that, it would be Sean, because Sean's a good racer. He'd be the one I'd want pushing me. Tommy Lee managing to hang on to second there after Sean pushed him clear of all them other guys. Now Sean wanting to get back up there, ducks down to the inside. Got a run on him. Let's see how
I don't know
he
if he
can.
can hold it though. Thomas Lee can hold that high side, but I think Sean will take the room. Maybe not. Tommy Lee is pretty good up on that high side. Awesome.
Sure
Kevin
is.
Schofield is looking for the high side too. Maybe he's gonna push him. Ooh, we got William D. Kirk pushing him up on that high side.
Those two really trying to get something going on that high side. Like you said, Ed, there is two good racing crews on this track, and we're seeing it right now.
Oh, that's too bad. The 20 hit the wall there a little bit. Kevin Schofield there hit the wall. I had to back that truck up a little bit.
Mike Ellis now moving up, getting by him. Joshua Gaiman getting by him. So Schofield definitely falling off the pace, trying to gather it back up here. May have some steering issues.
Thomas Brandner just put it in a wall in one. I think he just drove in a little hot, got up there. He was in the wall about halfway around 1 and 2, and he has dropped way off that lead pack now, so we're down to 6.
Yeah, he's clear back. Back into the 8th place he goes. But, back up front here, Travis Townsend still leading him. Tommy Lee second. Sean Butler in third. William Kirk hanging on to fourth. So William having a great run out here. I'm sure he's having a good time running up here with these guys up front. As he was back in the middle of the pack pretty much the first half of the race and couldn't quite get his truck up to that front. And now here he is running in the 4th spot, running good. Joshua Gaiman and Mike Ellis battling here. Josh has to duck back in behind Mike Ellis. And Josh back in the 7th spot. So Josh having a pretty good day after that first part of the race there. It wasn't really all that great for him.
No, it wasn't. We were talking about that Roger was there. These guys were just battling lap after lap. I remember Roger was telling us about us there a little while ago, and these guys still battling it out there.
Yeah, looking here at Christopher Perryman. Roger, can you tell us a little bit about Christopher Perryman?
Yeah, he is running times equal to the leaders right now. He's got to be dying for a yellow flag because he's just as fast as they are. He's just not making up any ground, running by himself. He's gotten past those guys. He's caught up to Thomas Brandner. It's only a matter of time before he goes by him. But I've been watching him for a couple laps, and he is matching the 2 leaders' times all by himself. If he could get a caution and get up here, he might give these guys a run for their money right here at the end.
What do you think, Rui and Roger? Would you save your tires to the end? And I mean, I don't know what I do. I race real hard. You race real hard for probably 10, 20 laps. I don't know what I do. I think I would try to save my tires for that last run, like 5 or 6 to go, and just be patient. Would you guys do that, or would you race it real hard?
Well, I'll tell you what, the first 10 laps of any run to me are the most crucial, because before the tires completely come up to pressure, completely come up to temperature, I think you can do the most damage to them. So being really good on them the first 5-10 laps of a run will really let you run hard the rest of the run. But if you're real abusive the first 10 laps, you can forget it. By the lap 40, lap 50, you'll have no tires left and you won't be able to contend.
10-4 on that, Roger. No, that's a good call, though. I mean, I think I do the same thing. Is just be relaxed, you know what I mean, and let the tires come to the truck. Don't burn them up, like you said, like 5 to 10 laps. Be easy on them, and you'll have enough to go all the way. So when you get to that end of that race, then you can start hammering them down.
Hey, you got to at least try to match pace and stay in your position. As I noticed that Kevin O'Brien's rolling down pit road, there's a little damage on the right front of that car. Looks like he caught the wall. Back to my point, if you can hang right there and you're able to save your tires, just kind of match them, run a good line, be real smooth. At the end, when that guy in front, you're pressuring him to go faster and harder to stay in front of you, you can make him hurt his stuff, and then it equals out, and then you're better at the end, and all you want to do is lead the last lap, right?
Yeah, you got that right, Roger. Yes, I think that's where I would be if I was out here running this race. Just taking it easy and wait to the end.
Well, guys, I was watching Sean Butler here had creeped up to right on the back bumper of Tommy Lee here, pretty close. He was within a tenth of him, and I think he was starting to mount a little bit of a challenge, but I think maybe he backed off a little bit now. I mean, he figured, okay, 30 to go. I'd better save my tires for the end. So, but Travis Townsend's led the most laps as of right now, and nobody can beat him. He's led 57 laps.
Well, he's been, like I said, Rudy, he's got that high side working for him real well. That's what we talked about earlier, is that high side. You can get up on that high side if it works for you. That's the fastest line, I think, here at Las Vegas tonight.
Yeah. Looking back here to Tommy Lee, you know, from Travis, Tommy Lee right on his bumper. And you can see the guys back here behind him, everybody kind of spread out after our front two.
Yeah, they're pretty much kind of riding here until maybe the last 10 or 15 laps, I think. And probably here it's going to be the last 10 laps where you're really going to want to mount your charge. I still think the guy that's itching for a yellow flag, debris caution, something, is the 29 truck. He's just back here by himself, riding. No real threat from the front or the back. He just wants to get up there and race. He was 17th, 2 laps down 40 laps ago, and now he's in 8th place on the lead lap. He just wants a shot.
Oh, I don't blame him. You know, we were talking about it here a while ago about the points. These guys here, Sean Butler, definitely topping the points. Jeremy Patterson, now where's Jeremy running? Jeremy's running way back in the 14th position, so this is going to hurt him a little bit. But Dustin Lee running in the 10th position, so Dustin could pass Jeremy in the points. There are only 4 points separating them two.
Yeah, you might be right, Rudy. It might be where he takes over that top position from him tonight, the way he's running. He's not having a good night here at Las Vegas tonight. I don't know. I don't know if the pit crew got his truck all rolling into the turns right, or what's going on, Rudy. Don't know.
Yeah,
I'm looking over the truck and I don't see any damage, Ed. He just doesn't seem to be on pace. He's almost 2/10 off the pace. I don't see any damage. He could have some kind of other mechanical damage, engine, transmission, something. I'm not sure. But the way it looks now, it looks like those two might come out of here tied in second place for the points. They're 4 spots apart.
Yeah. They both have some major incidents, which the incidents do take away points from you, but I don't know who's got the most. I'm looking at the thing here now. Dustin Lee, this don't show me how many incidents that they've had.
I think the 51 was involved in one that had a caution attached to it, but the 38s just slapped the wall on the outside, went down to the inside, took it into the pits.
Yeah.
And he got the repairs done. I don't think he brought out a caution when he got his. That may be the difference.
That could be, yeah, that could be. You're right. So it could. We're going to have to see how these points are going to play out at the end of the race, and whether it's, who's going to be in second, who's going to be in third in the points. Those two really, really close in the points. But Sean, I guess my point was Sean's staying out there in the front, trying to stay ahead of them two to obviously secure his point lead. Because Jeremy really not that far away, 18 points behind him is really not a whole lot. But I don't think Sean's had any incidents whatsoever. He usually comes out of most races 0 incidents.
I know he's made a nice recovery from that speeding on pit road penalty from the first caution of the race. He was running 19th, and here he is, 3rd place. I think he's biding his time. I don't know. He's looking for spots when those guys are weak where he can close up a little, and I watch him do that in turns 3 and 4, and then he gives every bit of it back in 1 and 2, it looks like. So maybe he's just pacing himself. Maybe they're just a little quicker running together. It's hard to tell. We're coming down to it. You're getting down close to that 10 to go mark, 20 to go mark. Somebody's going to have to make a move pretty soon.
Well, we had Donald King rolling up in the top 10 here.
Yeah, it's good to see Don up there. He ran the V8 Supercar Series on Saturday and just totally dominated that race. Nobody had anything for him. I think he had the second place car was almost a lap down. He was about to pass him to put a lap down. So he had almost the whole field lap. That wasn't very many laps in there, but Don just dominated that. He loves the road courses. He's good in about anything you put him in.
Oh, that's awesome. It's good to see him up there and rolling in the top 10 there tonight.
Sure is. Christopher Perryman now going back to the 9th position. What's going on back there with Christopher Perryman and Thomas Brandner there, Roger?
The 24 truck just started to creep in on him, and I don't know if maybe Christopher has tried to run hard to catch up to that lead track and hurt his tires, but he's not matching the exact times anymore. He's a little off. 24 just closed in on him. They're closing in on the 21. It's going to be a 3-way battle for 7th place right here, and I think we're just seeing middle of a run. Guys know what they got. Some of them may be settling. No, they know they don't have enough to go any further forward. They're just taking what the other guys are giving them and trying to get to the end with no more incidents. But I think he hurt his truck a little bit. He was praying for a caution early. He wanted to run as close as he could, maybe make up some more spots on pit road, and he just run the tires off of it, basically.
Him and Mike Ellis now go door to door. Mike going way up high, though, and going to give Christopher that position.
He gave up 2 spots right there, the 24 and the 29.
Yeah, he sure did. I think Mike Ellis in there, his tires are, like you said, Roger, tires are just letting loose on him. Raced it too hard at the beginning, and that's what we talk about. Don't race the truck so hard at the beginning. You need this long race. I think we got, 17 or 16 more laps to run here.
18 to go right now.
18 to go, Rudy there, and Roger, and this is where I would be strong right now. Like I always talk about, don't burn the things up at the first 20 laps there. You leave the little tires for the end.
As I recall, the 21 was one of those trucks that was up there in that top 5-6 battle that raged on for the first 10 or 15 laps of this, and I think you're seeing he's paying the price for hurting those tires early in a run.
Yeah, exactly, Roger. That's what we talk about. It's always save the equipment. We're talking about race after race, me and Rudy do, and that's what we talk about. I mean, if you're going to burn them up early in the run, you're not going to have nothing for the end of the run.
We do still have 13 trucks on the lead lap here when we're down to about 15, 16 laps to go in 19 truck field. That's actually really, really good. It looks like we got 2 trucks out of the race.
Yeah, Jared Akey taking up the back end of the field. Let's see, Everett Lane on pit road, I believe. The number 1 truck, I believe, is on
Looks
pit
like
road.
they took that to the garage. Probably realized there really wasn't too many more spots he could make up with the trucks that were still running. Knew he was going to finish right there. No need to take any chances.
All right, so our leaders coming to the line here are going to be 15 to go, folks. 15 laps to go.
And they're getting into some lap traffic here, so
Yeah, this might be a difference right here, Roger. You get some of that lap traffic, and we'll see what happens. I mean, if Thomas Lee can get by him, Travis, that'd be awesome too. But whatever happens, happens.
Jared Akey back out here. Sean Butler coming up the hill, almost getting into Kevin O'Brien. Kevin backed out a little bit to avoid that, so that was real close. That could have been bad for Sean.
and we were talking about him earlier, but the 38 truck of Jeremy Patterson is on pit road.
And Tommy Lee out in the lead, guys.
Caution!
Caution is out. Oh my. What a nice long green flag run. Thomas Brandner, looks like Thomas just getting really loose right there. Let's go back and take a look at this. It's doing that again. I don't know why it's doing
It
that.
looks like he just got loose going through the trioval. He had Don King, I believe, coming right up behind him there, or maybe it was Christopher Perryman coming right behind him, and it looks like he was loose and he was trying to keep it out from in front of Christopher, and he put it in the outside wall to save the 29 truck.
Man, that's too bad. Yep.
Yeah, Roger, that 10-4 on that Christopher Perryman, that's what happened there. Got up in the back of him and took a little air off his back and got him all loose. But nothing you can do about that. It's just race incident. Self-spin.
I agree, Ed. I said earlier I thought that green flag pit stops could be a game changer. This right here, a caution with 10 to 12 laps to go, is going to be the game changer right here. If you make a mistake now, it is going to hurt you.
Oh, it sure is.
All of our leaders coming down on pit road, guys.
This is the money stop, fellas.
Everybody coming down on pit road. We've got a few guys staying out there. Look like Don King may have stayed out. Going to try to make it the rest of the way on fuel. So let's see Tommy now coming to his pit stop. Right side tires going on.
Don King was on the lead lap. He's taking a heck of a gamble. We are in Vegas, but he's taking a heck of a gamble staying out there. He's hoping for a couple quick cautions, I think, to run this thing out, maybe.
Wow, we had a bunch of guys beat Travis Townsend off of pit road, so this is going to be very, very interesting finish to this race.
Yes, we did. About 5 trucks beat him out. I'm going to watch his pit stop and see if I see anything odd here.
All right, so we're going to have 2 trucks up here that are going to get the wave by. Rush and Kevin O'Brien going to get the wave by. Let's see, Rush. Yeah, that's not going to make much of a difference for Rush, but Kevin O'Brien 5 laps down, so those two are each getting, but they're all, Kevin's going to pit. Don King's coming down on pit road now. He's going to give up that lead. Probably a good call. He was out there on quite old tires, and to stay out ahead, he could have stayed out maybe and led a lap, but oof.
Well, when that cycled out, Rudy, the 83 truck of Travis Townsend went from the lead to 6th place.
Oh my.
And I did not see anything in that pit stop. Maybe the driver was a little tentative getting in and getting out of the box, it looked like, but the pit stop was very smooth.
Well, I'm showing William Kirk in the lead now. Tommy Lee going to be right behind him, guys. This is going to be a heck of a finish.
Sean Butler lost 1 spot in that exchange, it looks like. It looks like the 51 picked up a couple spots.
Yeah, Dustin Lee is all about, he likes to pick up them spots. Now, you know, you want to. They're going to be some hard racing right here. These final laps. Tommy Lee and we're talking about probably this front 5 right here. This is going to be some very hard racing.
And Rudy, your right rear corner, that 51 truck was a little beat up earlier in the race.
Mm-hmm.
It's perfectly square now. He saved that reset. He's going to make it pay right here.
Exactly. You are exactly right.
Now here's a question for you, Rudy and Roger. Did William D. Kurt at all?
Yes, he did.
Okay.
But I'm not sure if he took 2 tires or 4 tires.
I'm checking on that right now, Rudy.
Okay.
Okay.
Because he did get in and off pit road rather quickly. I mean, when he beat all these other guys out.
That's a 2-tire stop, gentlemen, and quick, about 7 seconds or less.
There you go.
Wow, that was quick. That might be a good call, Rudy, but we'll see what happens.
7.7 seconds. Dustin Lee did a 2-tire change too, because he was in and off in 7.8 seconds. So,
like I said, it's Vegas. It's time to gamble.
Yes, sir.
Sure is.
Timothy Lewis did a 2-tire change. He's running in the 6th spot. So these guys actually really, with this closing laps, I think I might have thought about doing that too, for track position. But knowing a lot of these guys out here got 4 tires to eat you up, I don't know. We'll have to see how this is going to shake out.
9 to go when we take the green, am I correct?
9 to go, yes, sir.
I want to see what happens with the truck in the 7th starting spot and the 4th starting spot. 2 fastest guys on the track for a long time there early.
Yep, Sean Butler and Christopher Perryman.
So Matt Merkel is going to get you a wave by, Rudy.
All right. Well, here we go. We're going back to green. Oh, come on. You got to be kidding me. What is going on with this thing?
Don't know, Rudy. We ain't got no... We ain't, I got a green flag, but I just got the piece.
Green's in the air. We are 3 deep wide.
I don't know what...
Going into turn 1.
I don't know what just happened. I
don't
lost
know,
everything.
but hit you. Oh, no.
Okay, here we go. Jeez, oh, man.
I did too. I'm glad Roger's there helping us out there.
Contact
I didn't have
the 4 and the 20 and the 21.
4 and 20
gets in the back of the 20 on the back strip. That'll fly the caution.
Yep, the 20 of Kevin Schofield getting tangled up into that, and I don't know what's going on with this thing here, so I can't do a replay. It's acting up on me right now.
Coming off of turn 2 there, Rudy, the 20 kind of touched in the back of the 4, and I know he gave him room to keep the truck straight, and it kind of broke his momentum. And the 177 had a run, and he just got right up the back bumper of him, and that caused mayhem right there.
Well, we always say cautions breed cautions, guys, and, God, man, I hope they're going to get back to green flag racing here with about maybe 3 or 4 to go. So this is going to be this is going to be a heck of a battle, and I hate to see more cautions, and more incidents for the guys, but it's going to be hard racing.
And I've got to start wondering, is the gamble for the 9 going to pay off? He's going to get exactly what he was hoping for.
Well, I've seen him do this before. He pulled off a win here just a few weeks ago by staying out like this on old tires, and wound up when it come down to the end. There was a caution. He stayed in the lead and wound up winning it. So wow, could play out for him again.
And the 51 only took 2 tires, and he's sitting there in 3rd, and they're going to start nose to tail when this drops with about 3 to go.
Going to have a couple of fast guys up on that high side, Tommy Lee and Sean Butler, and
Christopher Perryman's going to be on that outside also.
Travis Townsend sitting back here in the 6th, 6th or 7th, 5th place, excuse me, and he would like to get back up there, and win this thing, but if it goes green, we're going to have to see what he's going to have for these guys to finish this and take it to the win.
So I'm going to ask you both. You're starting the 2nd. You're Tommy Lee. Are you brave enough to hold it flat for a full lap on the outside and try to steal that spot before we get caution or before we get the white flag?
Well, if he's going to be on that high side, I know Tommy Lee can probably hold it. He's good on that high side.
What do you think, Ed?
I don't know, man. I know William D. Kurtz be fast, especially he can probably pull another win off. He loves to be up front. I know he just changed those two side tires. Depends on the guy with the four sets of tires. That might, if you get up on that high side, might take that chance to get up there and win this thing.
Yeah, everybody cooling them tires off right now, and it's going to take a lap for them to get the heat built back up in them. But I'm kind of wondering the same thing, Roger. Is Tommy Lee going to be able to flat foot that around for the first lap to get a run on that high side to clear William Kirk? William Kirk's going to be tough on the inside, though.
Yeah, the guy that's probably, squeezing the steering wheel as tight as possible, going, what happened? What is the 83 truck, Travis Townsend, leading the race, going in under caution, pit stops, and come out in 5th place, and he's mired right there because we can't go green.
Well, here's a question, Roger. Do you think Travis, the 83 truck, did he take all 4 tires, or did he just take 2? Do you know?
No, he took all 4, and the only thing I saw was maybe he was a little timid getting into the pits. He didn't want to slide through the box, and then he didn't want to spin the tires coming out, so he was really easy getting out of his box. I think that cost him at least 3 spots.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that could be. Maybe, Rudy and Roger, maybe he wanted to do that, so he does, when that green flag drops there, he can get a run off that without, he didn't hurt those tires too bad.
Yeah, he had a very slow pit stop, 14.9 seconds. Actually, the slowest pit stop of the top, about the top 8 or 9. He had the slowest pit stop.
Wow.
So, yeah, I think you were right on that, Roger. He may have been just kind of being in there easy, not to make a mistake, and don't spin the tires taking off. Yeah, and come out of there in 5th, and, he's in good position to be on that low line. So,
And I think he's one of the guys that would rather be on the outside line because, he was running right there on the bumper of the 33 truck of Tommy Lee the whole time. They were pacing around there during that long green run. They were both running this same line, and they were both making the outside work when they needed it to, and I think he'd much rather be there right now.
We've got 4 laps to go when they get the green flag. Tommy Lee right on the outside of William Kirk. Boy, this is going to be this is going to be on the edge of your seat racing here, folks.
Well, it sure is, Rudy and Roger. Hope these guys give us some room there, because we hate to see another caution there, and I hate caution green flags when they drop like that, and green and checkered. I don't like green and checkered. I don't think you guys do either.
Just to let
Never
you know,
want to see one end under caution, man.
Just to let you know, we've had 6 cautions and only 9 lead changes. So,
Wow, Rudy.
Yeah, that's I kind of expected a lot more lead changes than that, but with Travis leading so many laps like that, it really made a big difference. I took a bite out of the lead changes.
It sure did.
All right, Ed, get ready to call it down here. Hopefully the last time for the night.
I hope so, Rudy. Pace car drops in. Green, green, green. Let's go boogieing, guys. Let's go racing. Ooh, the 4 checks up, hits the 83.
What happened there? Everybody's
Your
sleeping.
leader was asleep at the wheel when the green flag dropped.
Oh my God, you gotta be kidding
Look
me.
at Tommy Lee out there, jumped the front, right out there, got to that high side, dropped in low, and went right by William D. Kirk there, but William D. Kirk looking on the inside again.
Wow, he just checked up that whole inside line. He was definitely sleeping at the wheel, wasn't he?
He's sure doing something there, Rudy. Had too much to drink.
He was probably texting and driving.
You're probably right. Well, that's too bad about Travis, man, because he got so much damage on the back of that truck.
And the front, too.
Oh man, he had a good truck all night.
Oh man, I feel bad. Timothy
Well, he's
Lewis.
looking on the outside. Whoa!
Here it comes.
Squeeze it in. There it goes. There's the two on the inside.
Timothy Lewis.
That's the 88 truck. That's your points
Sean
leader.
Sean and William both. Oh my God. No caution yet.
No
No
caution.
caution.
Whoa! Look at the
The
51 of
33
Dustin
truck
Lee
got
looking on the
loose coming out
inside.
of turn 2 there, guys, and that stacked up, and that's what caused that.
Dustin Lee getting a run on the inside of Thomas Lee.
Get up here.
Oh, the 21 real loose.
Oh,
going
look at
into
the
one.
83 coming back. 83 fight back. Travis is fighting back. Oh, he's going to get into 51. It's another one. With 2 left on the track. Now
There's
the
your
yellow
caution, and that's your race, gentlemen.
That's your
Oh
race,
my! Oh jeez! Oh man! Tommy Lee gonna wind up bringing it home.
He sure is.
Travis Townsend. Wow! What a finish, guys! Not what we thought was gonna happen at all, but ooh! Wow!
Christopher Perryman and Dustin Lee, and Dustin Lee went for a ride. He was upside down right there.
Holy smokes! So Tommy Lee pulling out the win here tonight. Good job by Tommy. As he comes around here to take the checkered flag, we're going to have to get down there in a bit and give him a big congratulations. So a lot of good trucks taken out of that. Oh my. Our points leader finishing clear back into 10th position. Wow. Dustin Lee back in 7th. So a lot
Christopher
of
Perryman in 12th.
wow.
The race don't finish on the green.
So Tommy Lee winning here. Congratulations to Tommy Lee. Good job. Hate it that it finished under caution. That made 7 cautions in the race. But just for the heck of it, let's see. We had 10 different lead changes after that. So, all right, Tommy going around to take his victory lap. And let's go down here and
And you know, if you look at that truck, there's not a scratch on it.
that doesn't surprise me.
In all that melee, there's not a scratch on that truck.
All right, let's get down here. We'll see if we can't get a word in with Tommy. Tommy Lee, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Great win out there, Tommy. Congratulations on your win tonight. Tell us a little bit about how the racing was going on out there, because we've seen a lot of wrecks and a lot of people getting taken out that, you know, were up there in the points chase. But tell us a little bit about it tonight.
Yeah, I mean, overall it was a pretty good race. The setup was, I don't know, in practice to me it felt like it was real tight, but the more I ran right there behind Travis, just kind of taking it easy on the tires and everything, the more it lasted, it stayed with me. It just turned out to be a good race. I hate it for Sean and William, because we coming out of turn 2 right there, I got a little loose and chased it up the track, and they just happened to be there. And I think Sean was trying to dodge me as I was coming up the track and come down and got into William right there, so I hate it for them. I'm not exactly sure what happened in the other one coming off of 2. I think the next lap, just good hard racing.
Yeah, that looked like one heck of a good battle. You and Travis battled for the longest time. Of course, Travis, you know, finishing the 2nd spot. I'm sure he's just tickled about that. And him leading the most laps, but that looked like a lot of fun you two were having up there battling each other.
Yeah, I just, once, after I think the first 2 or 3 cautions or something like that, it ended up him and I got to start nose to tail on a restart, and we were able to get out and get away from everybody and kind of hook up and push around a little bit, draft a little bit, just following, running around and trying to open up a gap. Then we had that one caution come out, and I was dreading it right there whenever it did. Lucked up, was able to get back out front and everything. Took off again, and just, I don't know, it's all around good race.
Well, it kind of looked like on that restart there, it looked like William was sleeping at the wheel or something, and you got a heck of a run on that outside and took the lead and didn't look back after that. So great job out there, Tommy. Got to give you a lot of credit. Congratulations again on your top place here tonight.
Yeah, that last restart was pretty weird there. I wasn't sure what was going on because we were pacing at about 58 to 60, and then all of a sudden we slowed down to 50, and I had to drop back into first gear to keep the RPM up so it wouldn't start so low, and I don't think he did. And just with the restart, I was able to start on up higher in the RPM bracket, and he was down lower being in second gear, and just allowed me to get the jump on him.
Well, great job out there, Tommy. Ed, you got anything for Tommy?
I sure do, Rudy.
Appreciate it.
Hey, great job there, Thomas, man. You were fighting with Travis all night long there. It's good to see you in the winning circle tonight. What a great run you had, buddy. It was just awesome.
I'm on the wrong speakers. Hang on, Rudy.
Oh, you were right.
Oh, was I? I didn't know if you could hear me.
I think so. Yeah, I think you were okay.
Okay, Thomas, you got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Ed.
Hey, thank you. I was up on the wrong speaker there. I was chatting here. What a great race, man. You and Travis there running this race tonight, man. What a great win. You pulled off that win. Like Rudy said, William was sleeping at the wheel there. I don't know what was going on there. You got the jump on him there on the restart. You kept it out front with a few wrecks there in the back of you there. A couple of trucks here kind of got wild side there. Pulled off a great win. Awesome job, buddy. You showed us what it's all about at Las Vegas tonight. And do you want to give a wave out and a thank you to anybody out there tonight?
Yeah, of course. I mean, I want to thank you guys at Max Speed, you and Rudy, and new guy we got in the booth tonight. I'm not exactly sure what his name is, but I want to thank you all, of course, for putting this on and broadcasting it. I had it live on the other computer of mine, listened to it as we were racing. Sounded real good. Just again, thank Travis and Sean, William, Dustin, everybody right there for racing clean. I mean, just that's what makes a good race is a bunch of clean drivers out there can be able to run close together, but still give everybody enough room where you don't cause wrecks.
Yeah, you got that right, Thomas Lee, man. That's what it's all about at the MaxSpeed racing over here. And like I said, man, we do a lot of things over here, and I just want to congratulate you for that win. I know you guys raced hard tonight, and it was just awesome watching you guys. Yeah, there was a few cautions, but you get that. You're at Las Vegas. Track gets slippery, tires get hot, things happen. So anyways, congratulations again, buddy, and we'll talk to you later.
TN4. Thank you, sir.
Travis Townsend, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, I got you, Rudy.
Great run out there, Travis. I'm sure you're happy with that second place finish after all that happened there. But you dominated this race, the first part of the race. Good running up there. It looked like you and Tommy having a lot of fun battling together. Tommy just kind of riding on your bumper, giving you all the space you needed. He stuck his nose in under there here a couple times, but just couldn't complete that pass. So, but great run out there tonight, and congratulations on your second spot. Tell us a little bit about your racing tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. I got in here late, so I had 0 practice laps starting this race, and with that setup, the way it was bouncing off the track with the front end, it was a really line-sensitive race. You had to really make sure you're hitting your marks and not over-driving it, and keeping the front tires on it, mainly the right front. But, yeah, me and T. Lee, we decided to kind of work together there and work on drafting together and try to get out to a nice lead by ourselves and race it out amongst us two. And we had that going for us there until that last caution flag got kind of hosed that plan, but made for an interesting finish.
Sure did, Travis. But congratulations, bringing it home second spot tonight. Great job, buddy. Ed?
Yep, I got you, buddy.
Thank you, guys.
Man, what an awesome run, man. You, like Louis said there, you led most of the laps, man. Outstanding. I know you didn't get no practice in, but your truck was strong, buddy, at Las Vegas tonight. Really strong. Great job. You were running that high side. I noticed that the high side was the strongest point there on this track tonight, Travis. I was watching you lap after lap. You get a run up that high side. I always talk about that high side. If you get a couple trucks to go with you and run on that high side, because that's where the most grip is. A lot of drivers don't know that. They think that low side, sometimes it can be the fastest way around that Las Vegas, but if you get that high side to work, really fast. Just want to congratulate for that second spot there. I know you were, like I said, battling a lot with Tommy Lee there for a while, and to that, like you said, the last caution came out and kind of messed everything up, but you did a great job. You finished second place. You want to give a thank to anybody and wave out to any of your fans out there?
I appreciate y'all putting this race on and letting me come over and race with you. It was a lot of fun. I look forward to doing it again. Thank Thomas Lee as well for being patient with me there. He was talking me through on TeamSpeak his line where he was letting off and missing these bumps and everything where I didn't get a lot of practice time. So definitely helped out a lot to start the race. And hate that me and Dustin got together there coming off 2 on the last lap. It's kind of a racing deal, I guess. I put my nose down there and we were real close watching the replay. I'm not sure if we actually touched or not, but it was close. It was one of them last lap kind of deal, so you had to go for it. So I hate that it happened there.
Yeah, 10-4, Travis. I'm going to ask you another thing, Travis, while we got you on the air here. I noticed you pit there. You got in your pit really slow there. Can you tell us a little bit what happened in your pit stall?
Yeah, without getting any practice, I didn't have any time getting on pit road, and I know usually with the fixed setups, it's usually up around 70% front brake bias, and I like running about 61 or 62%, so I'm always afraid I'm going to slide through my pit box because I've done that numerous times with the fixed setup, so it's probably a little bit easier than what I should have been, but I just want to make sure I didn't slide through the pit stall.
10-4 on that, Travis. All right, well, congratulations again, and we'll talk to you real soon.
Rudy?
Okay.
All right, Thomas Brandner, this is Rudy Cummings in the booth. You got a copy?
10-4, Rudy.
Great run there, Thomas. You coming in a third spot. Congratulations. We seen you got tangled up a couple times there. You fell back, got caught back up to the field, and wound up bringing this home third. You stayed away from that wrecking as far as I could tell. I didn't go back and watch the replay or anything, but bringing home third, I'm sure you're probably happy with that. So tell us a little bit about your racing today.
Yeah, absolutely happy with third. I probably wasn't a third place car or truck. I would say maybe fifth or sixth. We had that long run, and those two out front were just a little bit too strong for anybody. But that last restart, I don't know what happened. I go from ninth to third. There was a lot of wrecks, but at the restart itself, something happened on the inside line. We couldn't get going. It seemed like the floor was brake checking me a little bit. I don't know what happened there, but hey, it worked out. I got the top 3 tonight, so still happy.
All right, well, congratulations again, Thomas. Good job bringing home third spot. Ed?
Hey, Rudy.
Thank you, guys.
Hey, Thomas. How you doing, buddy?
All right, Ed.
Good. Congratulations on third spot. Yeah, it's kind of tough there at Las Vegas for you. I know you got a wreck there. Your truck was like kind of loose there. Looks like you got a better run at the early of the run and the end of the run. Yeah, there was some check up there. Was like somebody was sleeping at the wheel there. That's probably where you went to ninth to third real quick there. A couple of trucks slid off the track there and stuff was happening. So anyways, congratulations on that third spot, Thomas, man. Great run. And if you got a chance to be up there towards the front and whatever happens, man, you save the equipment there and get to the end, and that's where you end up. So congratulations again. Do you want to give a wave out to anybody and thank you?
Well, first, I appreciate it, Ed, and yeah, definitely, MaxSpeedTV, Rudy Cummings, you guys in the booth with helping us out over there at the IWCR in our league on Friday nights. Check it out. It's great racing, and I appreciate everything you guys are doing for us. Thank you again.
You're very welcome.
You're very welcome, Thomas, and we'll see you at the next one.
Okay, Rudy and Roger, back to you.
All right, well, let's get a rundown here and see where everybody finished, and then maybe we can talk about the race a little bit here. Thomas Lee winning here tonight. Travis Townsend leading the most laps, but finishing in the second spot. Good job by him after that big tangle up there. Messed up a lot of good running trucks. Thomas Brander coming home third. Jeremy Patterson finishing fourth. A good comeback for him. Timothy Lewis 5th, Donald King 6th. Don had a good run tonight. Him and Timothy both finishing very well. Matthew Breckel, I'm sure he is very pleased with that finish, finishing 7th. Dustin Lee there, I think that's going to probably, the points are going to probably stay about the same there with Jeremy and Dustin, with Dustin finishing 8th. Mike Ellis 9th. Sean Butler getting tangled up there with him and Dustin. Man, that was bad. That was Sean and William Kirk getting tangled up there, and him finishing in the 10th spot, our points leader. Joshua Gaiman 11th, Christopher Perryman 12th, William Kirk 13th, Kevin O'Brien 14th, Steve Hurst 15th, Kevin Schofield 16th, Jared Akey 17th, Everett Lane 18th, Michael D'Amico rounding out the end of the field there in the 20th or 19th spot, excuse me. So good run by these guys here tonight. And Roger, thank you for joining us in the booth here with us tonight. But tell us how you feel about how the race went tonight.
Well, I appreciate you guys letting me join you for this. I kind of think we saw a lot. Once we got past the slow starts with the little bumping and grinding, I think we saw exactly what we expected to see. The fast guys went to the front, but everybody was hanging on. And if you got on a different pit strategy, you saw how much of a difference tires made for a while, but eventually everybody equaled back out. And at the end, it just got a little loud. Everybody knew it was 10 to go less and went for it. We saw some wild moves, and we saw a couple of really big crashes. I think you see the points leader is probably going to have his lead cut by a third right here, it looks like. And for the rest of the season, I think it's going to be exciting.
All right. Well, there you have it. Ed, any last minute comments there you want to make about the race?
Oh, yeah, Rudy. All in all, like Roger said, man, it's just about where these cars and trucks were. And I'll say trucks. I'm always talking about the cars, where they're so used to their cars. But like Roger said, it's where you're finishing on this track. There's a lot of good racers. You got like Roger said, you get your faster trucks up towards the front there, and some of these guys just riding around on the track. You don't have to be fast here to win a race. We already saw that, Rudy. You could be in the dead last. Wreck comes out, and guess what? You're in third. You know what I mean? So I guess it really doesn't matter where you finish; it's how you finish. And I think, in all, at Las Vegas Motorsports tonight, man, it was an awesome race. Yes, we had a few cautions, but you're going to get that. You know these a mile and almost 2 mile track. It's just a tough track. It's like I always talk about when you go to these kind of tracks, like Phoenix and a couple other places. Really, like look at Texas. Texas is a good track, but all the income of Texas, it reminds me so much of Las Vegas. The high banks, and where you get into these turns, it's like the gas and throttle, the brake. You know what I mean? All that it takes place on this track, so you got to be careful. And we always, like I said, Rudy, we always talk about saving your equipment. And some of these guys, they do such a good job doing that, and the outcome of it, it's really some packs that are to me, you know what I mean? So. All in all, Reed, that's all I got to say, buddy. And good job, Roger. Thank you for in the booth with us tonight. It was just awesome having you in here with us, man. I always tell Rudy, a three-guy team, man. It's just awesome. Somebody sit in the booth and talk with us.
Well, I appreciate you guys having me, and I look forward to doing it with you again soon.
All right. Well, thanks a lot again, Roger. And just to wrap things up, to let everybody know, we are going to be here next week. Twin Ring Motegi, so 100 laps there. Should be a pretty interesting race. Tomorrow night is our inaugural Gen 6 race. We will be here tomorrow night at the same time, about 7:30 Eastern, and hope to see you all there. And Thursday night is our nationwide race, and Saturday night we run a V8 supercar race. So stay tuned and follow us here at MaxSpeedTV. Click that follow button down at the bottom of the screen there. And you can follow us on Facebook at facebook.com/MaxSpeedTV. You can also check out our page at MaxSpeedTV.com. And also go to MaximumSpeedRacing.com/site for all the things on Maximum Speed Racing. Until next week, we will see you then.